Welcome to the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast.
Hello, everyone. This is Jarvis Scott with What's Happening Birmingham. Happy November, everybody. Great to have back on today my good friends at Alabama Pre and Post Adoption Connections. I like to call them APAC. Brittany and Stacy, thank you for coming on today.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Great. As you all know, I had them on the podcast probably last year this time. But it's that time again. So November is National Adoption Month. So I felt it was great just to bring them back on and just kind of tell them about the great things their organization is doing. And if you're interested in adopting, they can give you all the answers to those questions. So Brittany, start us off.
Yes. Well, again, thank you so much for having us. And like you said, it's National Adoption Month. November, every year, we spread the word about the need for adoption homes, and this is our awareness month. We are starting classes throughout the state always. We're always building classes. And so APAC is there to find families that are interested in adopting kids that are waiting in Alabama foster care right now. There are over 200 children that are waiting for homes, and that number, unfortunately, just keeps growing and things like that. So there's always a need for adoptive placements, and APAC is here to support you along the way from very beginning to never ending, because our services don't end. They're the lifelong of the adoption, and we've got so many support systems and so many things that we can provide to help adoptive placements happen in Alabama.
Okay, so when you say the number 200, what's the age ranges right now? You had to kind of.
Yeah, so they span across the board, but the children that we recruit for that are legally available for adoption at this point range from 5 to about 18 years old. There's all different ages, but there's a huge need for teenagers to find homes in Alabama. People, kids get older in foster care and they age out, and we know that aging out of foster care, the statistics for those children are not great. So we want to find them homes and stable support system placements before they get to the age where they age out. So there's a lot of teenagers that need homes.
So this year you have someone else next to you.
Yeah.
Stacy, a person that's actually a current adoptive parent. So Stacy, welcome to the podcast, and can you tell us your story why you chose to become an adoptive parent?
Sure. Thank you for having us. My husband and I began the adoption journey back in the 90s due to infertility. We actually started off as foster parents. We were just going to foster until we could have some children of our own, but we ended up adopting 5. And so our kids' age range from 36 to 13. So it's quite a big age range. But yes, just being able to build our family through adoption, you don't ever get past the trauma that the kids went through that got them to that point. But at the same time, you have that blessing of building that family.
Oh, wow. That's very neat how you say like the age range is fluid. So when it first started, it started off with, we'll just say, let's just try one. Let's just get one, and it just kind of increase.
Sure. Our first 2 were actually brothers that were 7 and 8 at the time. And we adopted them when they were 9 and 10. A couple of years later, we brought another boy into our home. He was just supposed to be a foster placement, not a parent. And we adopted him a couple of years later. And so the boys were actually all 13 months apart. So that made for some crazy teenage years. And then about 12 years later, we actually took custody of my niece. And so through the kinship, and that's something that you're hearing a lot of with the foster care world right now is kinship. But we raised her, and then when she was about 12, we started fostering again and adopted our youngest daughter.
Okay, so Brittany, that's great that you bring that up. Can you tell the audience the difference between fostering and adopting?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all the children are in foster care. So they are in the foster care system in Alabama, and you can foster and be a foster parent. And the goal of foster parenting is reunification with the biological family. So you, as a foster parent, you support that child in your home and provide a loving home, but also support that child going back to biological family. The adoption side, the biological family, the rights have already been terminated. And so there is not a plan for them to go back. And they do not have a plan. So they need that adoptive home that's permanent. In the state of Alabama, you can adopt only and adopt children that are already legally available for adoption and not have to foster. Because we know that, like, again, foster care, the goal is going back to family. Adoption, the goal is a permanent adoptive home.
So what are like the basic requirements for someone to adopt someone in Alabama right now?
Stacey,
You can go ahead.
Okay. So the requirements are not extreme like people may think. To be 19 or older is one of the requirements. There's no upper age limit, so it does if you're an empty nester or you're an older couple that just or a single older person that would like to adopt and help a teenager start their journey of life. There's no upper age limit, but you have to be 19 or older to adopt. Pass background checks. You would attend our screening and training services. Our training is an 11-week TIPS adoption class training session, and then complete a home study through us. So technically, the requirements to be 19 or older to start the process, and then we'll screen and assess the family as they go by. You don't have to be married. You can be a single person and adopt. You don't have to own your own home, so you can rent. Again, there's no upper age limit. And financially, you have to show that you can support a child coming into your home, but you don't have to be wealthy. You don't have to be rich. Adoption through the foster care system is little to no cost. So there are stipends, there are free support systems. Don't worry about the financial the financial piece, because all of our training, our home study, all that is a free service to any family who's interested in opening up their home. So that's one thing that people think about is I don't have, $50,000 to adopt. We're talking very, very, very minimal cost associated because we, provide those services all along the way.
So, breaking down like demographically, is it more boys than girls as far as ethnicities? I hope I pronounced that right. Is more, white, Black, Caucasian, Hispanic currently in the system?
I would say there's a mixture of boys and girls, males and females. It's kind of a mixture. There's a mixture of all different types of ethnicities, but there is a huge need for more diverse adoptive families to provide homes for the diverse children that are legally available for adoption. So if there is, what would you say, Stacey, that there's a good mix, or do you think?
Yeah, I think there's a good mix. And of course, that might be a good time to talk about Heart Gallery, where people can check out the kids that are waiting.
Yes, there's
and see for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a website. It's our partner agency. It's Heart Gallery of Alabama, and they provide videos and photos of children that are currently available for adoption in Alabama right now. So you can go onto that website and look at photos, look at videos, and see some of the children. Not all of the children are on that site for various reasons, but that's a good representation of the demographics of the children that we recruit for. But again, we need diverse homes. That's a huge need. So we want all communities to step up and be adoptive placements.
So, Stacey, what's been your most rewarding, I would say, moments of rewarding benefits of being an adoptive parent for you and your husband?
I guess just seeing things kind of come full circle now that my older boys are grown and starting families of their own, getting to see them break the generational cycles of the trauma and the abuse that they went through. My middle daughter is expecting her first child, and so we're excited about that. But again, just seeing those cycles change and them getting to break that cycle and not repeat the patterns that their parents, were doing with substance abuse, domestic violence, things like that. Getting them to see a whole different life and to have their children come up in a different life.
So where are the children that's, like you said, currently the 200, where are they currently residing and living right now?
Mm-hmm. They can be in a foster home, or a residential setting. They're all in DHR custody, but they're either in a foster home or like a group home or residential facility.
Okay. So do you all have any upcoming events, like informational events if people are interested?
Yes, well, we are always building classes throughout the state. I know our listening audience is Birmingham, and we are looking at starting our Birmingham classes on January 7th. So it's a great time to get in. You have time to ask all your questions. You have time to do your application. So we're looking at starting our Birmingham classes on January 7th, and we would love to have anybody and everybody to just come to that class. Come call us, ask questions, get you into that class, and start your adoption journey with us. We have classes again throughout the state. So if you have family and friends that are interested, send them our way and we'll send them to wherever they need to go. We also have trainings and webinars on our website that are free and available for anybody who wants more information. And this year, we're excited. We're going to have a tree at the City Walk, Tree of Lights, downtown Birmingham. So if you're there, check out our tree. We're going to have great information. We're going to have some giveaways at that tree, some promos and things like that. So check out the APAC tree at the Christmas Lights Festival in City Walk this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that tree out. Come down there.
Yes, we're gonna work hard. We need somebody to look at it.
Yes. So, what's the contact number or website if they want more information?
So, for more information, you can go to www.children'said.org and look at the APAC adoption program. And you can also call us at 866-803-2722. So call us, email us. We're going to get you, we'll get that information to you. We love to talk to people. We actually also have 2 live informational sessions this month that Stacy and I will anybody who wants to join can come in and ask us questions. And so we'll be posting that on our website, our Facebook, our social media when those dates and that Zoom link. So be on the lookout for that, because we'd love to have people join in and ask whatever questions they have.
Okay, well, Brittany and Stacy, thank you all for coming in, and thank you all. I'll just say personally, the team work you do, and Stacy for you and your husband stepping up. And I wouldn't call it filling the void. I would call it more like divine placement.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Because I think it's definitely needed, and like you said, just the benefit of just seeing the children's lives transform years later and everything.
We need a lot more Stacys, so we're looking for them.
Yes. So thank you all for watching. Please check out what'shappeningbirmingham.com for more interviews. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Need subscribers on that. And we're on TikTok now, everybody. So follow us on TikTok and Apple Podcasts. So thank you all again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching the What's Happening Birmingham video podcast. Please check out our website, app, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest videos today.